welcome to the Sunday Fufu podcast. You know how we do. Today's a holiday. We're just chilling. I'm here with some dope people. Yeah, so I hope everyone is doing well.
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. It's been a good holiday. It's been a good weekend. I was out on Saturday. I don't remember much of Sunday, but I'm here today, and I think that's what's important.
Key.
He
He
didn't
remember. Right? Yeah, exactly. He didn't remember. So
Okay.
Charlie, yeah, like bro.
I was out on
This
Saturday.
guy's out
The
here.
Sunday I don't remember. Sunday is the day I don't remember. Saturday I do. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's
but hey,
nice.
look, I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you. But anyway, guys, look, we've got a great guest here today. Liya, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm fine. I'm shy.
I feel like we've had like a whole podcast before the actual podcast. Like,
Actually, like
Yeah.
the conversation we just had. Yeah,
bro,
true.
like it was dope. It was dope. One day maybe we'll put that out too.
Yeah.
But yeah, but basically all I'm trying to say is Liya is like good vibes. I feel like Charlie. She's a great person to have a conversation with, and obviously she's also very talented. In case you didn't know who she was or you were not following her, so Liya, yeah, tell us like how have you been doing, man?
How have I been doing? I've been doing great too. I mean, I'm okay. Let me not over exaggerate. The dancing that I'm doing is hard.
Because it's life thing sometimes,
and it's,
right?
let's not talk about it. I don't want to go there. I know this life.
Okay.
But
I want to begin by asking, like, are you a fufu person by any chance?
I wish. I'm not too. I'm not. I
No?
really like. I've tried it once,
Okay.
and I really liked it. But then I'm not. I wouldn't buy it
You've tried it once.
once,
Oh, for
and
real?
it was very nice. I
Like-
won't lie.
Okay.
Wait, once?
Once.
Your
That's
whole life.
mad.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Okay.
We need to change that.
Okay. I mean,
Definitely.
I'm open to it
You're open to like
as long as if I don't like you, buy me my jollof.
No, that's fine. That's fine. That's
Oh
fine.
yeah, that's totally fine. No problem. We can,
One plate of jollof, one plate of fufu, and then
Start with the
Yeah.
fufu.
yeah, we'll start with the fufu, see how that goes. Yeah, so basically, when it comes to gaslighting and manipulation, like there's so many layers to it. Like a lot of people often talk about how men take advantage of, women in different ways, personality-wise. They know something about you, so they might use it against you. Or they find a way to sort of make you question whatever situation
You
it
are
is
in.
that you are in. Yes. And they kind of use that, they manipulate the situation in a way that you start feeling guilty or you start questioning your own perspective of it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So when it comes to gaslighting, right, I would ask if you have been in a situation like that before. Have
The
you?
thing with gaslighting, you never know when you are being gaslighted.
Really?
Yeah, you don't know until maybe, take a few steps back and you're like, so this is what happened at this time. You understand? So, never in the moment have I known.
Mm-hmm.
And I can like if a man is doing it and I'll be like, Master, you are gaslighting me, something like that.
Yeah.
So stop. Nah, it's maybe once, yeah, I felt I was questioning myself am I mad? Am I seeing things like, yeah, but it's all because of like I was vulnerable. Do you understand? And he kind of took advantage of that. Yeah. So because that I feel this type of way about you, you can say
Yeah.
you press on something so much that I begin to question myself. So yes, maybe once, but that's.
Do you think, in your experience, have you experienced more gaslighting from women or men?
Women.
More from men for you.
Women.
No, you said women.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
sorry,
said women.
sorry, sorry.
And I'm
Oh,
asking you.
interesting.
Whoa, I want
Yeah,
to hear
me.
you. Yeah.
I feel like, have I been gaslit before? I think I have been gaslit by a woman before.
Information.
Speak on it. Speak on it. Let me tell you something. So I know that there's a huge movement in general in relationships.
But you know what?
about-
Also a man.
Okay.
I have been gaslit by a man.
By a
before.
man,
Yeah,
okay.
I have.
Okay. I'll get back to it. But
Okay.
do you think women gaslight on average? Do you think women gaslight more on average than men?
Tough question.
Yeah, in your experience, like
Yeah.
you said, okay, but you said more women.
More
have.
women, but yeah, but I'm just asking if she thinks
Is there a difference in like how they, how that presents
in
itself?
the method.
Yeah.
A man will tell you straight, like to your face. Not that he's gaslighting you, but like he's the one doing it.
Yeah.
But a woman will like try and make herself vulnerable, like make herself look like
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm
Exactly.
trying to say? So I would say women, just because more women have, I'd say
They have the
Okay.
yeah.
interesting.
Men are more truthful. They'll
Really?
hit you with the truth more. For me,
Oh, okay.
Donald,
can't lie.
how about your experience?
I said, nah, bro.
Because I'm
like,
curious.
wait, men are more truthful in what sense?
And I mean they lie. Men lie a lot. Don't get me wrong. But like, so in my situation, like the girl like moved to. There was this whole situation, and then the girl moved to the guys because let's say they were our heads. So let's say the girl moved to our bosses, and like showed everything quick, and
Okay.
tried to make herself look
Yeah.
like the good one before I
could
could
even- yeah.
get to this thing. But then with the guy, he's telling you, "Oh no, I didn't do that. I didn't like." You understand? Why would you think that? That's what they ask you. Like they
Yeah.
ask you that. Why would you think that? That's gaslighting, right?
Yeah.
So, so it's more like the girl would try and make herself look, but the guy will question you. Does that make any sense? I feel like I'm not
You are
making
making
sense.
perfect sense. What you're basically saying is that the girl will manipulate the situation.
whole situation.
The guy will manipulate you.
Ah,
Thank you,
right,
thank you. I
right,
like it
right,
when people
right.
make
Yeah.
my English
So, but
make
you see,
sense.
Charlie, bro, I mean, so
I'll
Charlie,
give
this
you
guy
one
be
from
sharp
far.
guy.
Yeah, but
He be sharp
yeah,
guy.
the woman manipulate the whole situation
Yeah.
to make them look like
Yeah.
You know, in my situation, like it was like she told me how she wanted something to be done. And before you get any ideas, it's not what you're thinking.
I was also
It's not what you're thinking.
mind.
It's not what you're thinking. But then, so when I did it that way, I know this is sounding. When I did it that way for her, or when I did it in a way that she liked,
Okay.
when I did
Speak
it in
on
a
it.
way that she liked, right? And then she came back and said, she was questioning. Yeah, so I did it how she wanted it to be done, right? Or how and then I told her that, in retrospect, it doesn't make me comfortable that in as much as this is how you want it to be done, it doesn't.
You're not
You're not making it any better, bro.
It doesn't make me comfortable. Like this particular situation does not make me comfortable,
Yeah.
right? So I just want to remove myself completely.
Right.
Okay.
Do you understand me? I respect what you are like, you know, how you want things to be done your way, blah, blah, blah. But I just want to remove myself completely.
Okay.
And she twisted, like you're saying, she twisted the whole situation to make me look like I had manipulated her
Into wanting
yes,
that.
into wanting that in the
Thank you.
first place, blah blah. And I was like, yo, what is going on? I was so freaking confused in that situation. you know. So yeah, I feel, and there was so many layers to the aftermath of that. It was wild. Like it was all complicated.
So,
mess. Someone used like a compliment to sort of apparently people can use compliments to manipulate you.
How?
Like
Give you like an example or something. So
or
you
it's like,
understand.
okay, so for example, you don't want to have kids, and then he goes like, oh yeah, you'll make a very good mother or something like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Or it's like,
So let's say I say I
it's
don't
like,
want to have kids, and then you're like, oh, but you'd make a good
oh,
mother.
you make a very good mother, you know, that type of thing. So it's like, it's almost like you are selling yourself short if you don't do it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you want to pursue a career in one thing, right? But then he'll go like, oh, because of this and this, you actually do very well in this. So, you are slacking. Can't you see everyone is, you understand? Can't you see your friend cries even doing this? You understand? And you're even better than her.
Okay, no.
You know, that type of thing.
Luckily, no. No one, I can't really think of anyone who has done that to me. Because I'm also, you can see my face. You can't just come and say any nonsense to me. Like, I will not allow it. So
Yeah.
no one has ever really like used a compliment to.
Yeah,
Because
like,
that's serious. Now that I'm thinking about it, like that's serious.
yeah, that could be dangerous sometimes.
I actually had a conversation with my friend. Like, was it yesterday? And it's a she.
Okay.
And I've just distanced myself from her because I don't like the attitude that she was displaying. And I was just like, no, I don't want it anymore. And then she never really like looked for me because I feel like she also understood that I've distanced myself.
All right.
You can't tell me that in that period you did not think to yourself that, oh, what's happening?
Is there
Do
something
you
going
understand?
on?
And you also I don't feel like you can say every time that the person did something, you just laughed and moved on. There'll definitely be a
Yeah,
little
they'll see.
tension
Yeah.
that you'll be
There'll
like,
be some
oh,
sign. Yeah.
you understand? So obviously, after 1, 2, 3 times, I feel like you have to read the room.
Yeah.
And when you are blowing up, you have to be like, okay, now can we talk?
The energy has changed. Yeah.
The energy has changed because that's how she also moved to me. She was like, "Oh, the energy has changed. So like, what's up?
Yeah.
You understand?" Well, I tell her, I say, da, 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 da. Uh-huh. So it's like you do it 1, 2, 3. I expect you now to come to me. Don't wait for me to blow off because, okay, like you used to blow up. I would just.
Yeah, distance.
I'm not dealing with it. Do you understand? So I mean, everyone is different, but then communication is key, lah.
So for some time now, maybe a month, couple of months, there's this particular guy, is it Marcus Houston, right? He was getting some, he was catching some heat because he was dating. I think he's like 40. He's like 40 plus,
Okay.
and he was dating. I don't know. She like I think she was like 18 when he met her or something.
Okay.
Yeah. So huge gap. Huge age gap. Significant age gap.
Like
right?
28 years.
Yes,
plus.
and I think he actually met her when she was a teenager. I think, yeah.
A woman?
So with a 45-year-old, there's some. It's not just love; it's also respect. I mean, when I say respect, it's not like you don't respect your fellow 18, 19-year-old, but the respect's kind of different. It's like this guy, you probably might. There might be elements of a father figure type thing also there as well.
Yeah.
You understand me? So it's like
Yeah, and my boss
that
man
respect
said I
is
should
level.
do this.
Yeah, that respect
So
is
I'm
a
doing
different
this.
level versus the respect you might have for your fellow 19-year-old as a person.
Yes.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes,
Is that what you are?
Yeah, cause when you are like with a 45-year-old or let me just say an elderly person, you're not given the freedom to really express yourself. That's how I feel. But if I'm with my age mates or someone who is slightly older than me, if I have a problem or something, I feel like I can come to you and talk to you. That's why they say marry your best friend and things like that because we can talk.
Right.
You understand? But if it's some older guy who is my father and I'm just doing yes sir boss, that's how I see it. That's how I see the older younger relationship.
You know, there are arguments also by people who do that, oh no, my relationship with this person is different. Like we actually vibe on that level.
Vibe on what?
Like I don't necessarily, the energy between us is not like father-daughter type thing.
I remember I was speaking to someone and he wasn't even that older than me. He was chai, weird too. I think I was like 19 at the time and he was 20. No, I would have been 18, 19, one of them, and he was 26, 27.
Okay.
So what's that? 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
You're not that older than me.
Yeah.
I was like, I'd like to go to the club or something. And he was like, auntie tired of the club? Nigga, no, I just started. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? So, because you've lived that life, now you're looking for a housewife. This is what these people are looking for. That's what I think. These older guys are looking for a young housewife.
So a couple of things. First of all, at what age does that switch? Because
25.
okay, so you're saying that a girl over 25, once you pass 25, that age gap thing is not something that is
That's a good question.
a big deal.
That's a good question.
Because that's what I'm asking.
Because like, what is the difference between 8 years apart from 25 and
Yeah.
33 versus 8 years apart from 18
And
to
26.
26. Yeah.
20
That's what I'm saying.
One is
At
more
what age does
problematic
it
than the
switch?
other.
So at
Because
what
it's like-
age does
it's
it
like-
switch?
it's-
You're
it's
saying
like-
25?
I think 25 because at 25 you are fully matured as a woman.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah.
And
No, that's
everything
fair.
that you could possibly learn, you've learned.
Okay.
If you pass through the right stages of life.
Sure.
You don't go and pass some corners. You understand?
Sure.
But an 18-year-old
Right.
has not experienced this thing, anything that this 25-year-old has experienced.
Okay.
I also hear that a lot of guys lose their virginities to older women.
That's true. It happened to me.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, nigga! Chile.
Yeah.
Charlie, you do everything.
That happened to me.
Hey, Charlie, my guy.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Because I've had like 3 people tell me.
Okay.
That's
But
crazy.
like
I didn't lose mine to an older person, but I felt like
you missed out, bro.
no, I felt like
I just messaged you. I just messaged
no, but
you.
you know what? It's actually interesting that we're talking about this whole manipulation thing. I felt like my first time. I felt like I was manipulated into it.
Hey.
Yeah, I actually feel that way.
I
How?
definitely was.
I feel like the person kind of, how do I say this?
Pressured you.
Yeah, I felt pressured into doing it. Like,
She wanted it and then she
Yeah,
wanted
so
it
we-
now. And
yeah, we-
obviously you didn't want to hurt her.
yeah, like we were childhood friends. We hadn't seen each other for a long time, and up until that point, I was on the whole, Charlie, I'm not ready. I'm, waiting for to do it with the right person. Blah blah blah. So this person came back, we reconnected, and it was a whole thing. It was like, you kind of owe me this.
Hey,
Wow.
that's crazy.
Bro,
Yeah.
you know what?
I was
That
like-
is gaslighting. Nigga, you just got gaslighted.
Yeah, it was like
you
you can't,
actually
that's what I'm
got
talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm
gaslighted,
talking
bro.
about. I was like, you kind of
Wow.
owe me this. So, and at the time too, I don't know. I also felt like, and she played on the whole, we used to be childhood friends.
Yeah.
No, sorry, we used to like each other when we were kids. So, like, she kind of played on the whole, it's still
crazy
there.
emotional
And I also
manipulation.
kind of felt like it was.
It was until you did it.
Yes,
And then
I also felt like it kind of was. So, and then afterwards, I was like, Charlie, this thing didn't feel right, honestly.
I get what you're saying,
Yeah.
and when you say it like that, because I feel like I've been in a situation like that where you're childhood friends for so long, and then you think that, oh yes, it's normal and
Yeah.
it's bound to happen, until it happens, and then you're just like, fuck,
Yeah, why? That's
why?
Yeah. So me
Yeah.
personally, Charlie, going back to those old stuff, nah. I feel like this also kind of happens in family. I'll just lead with my example, right? So for me personally, I didn't really have a great relationship with my dad,
Okay.
and for a long time there was no contact. Yeah, I mean when we said there was no contact, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then at some point, this person tries coming back into my life, right? And they came with an entitlement, like,
Hey.
yes, an entitlement, like, yeah, I'm your father,
You
so
must respect me,
how are you
you must-
doing? You must respect me, blah, blah, blah. And the energy I met him with was, nah, you can't just roll up and then we just go back to factory settings.
Preach.
You understand me? And then he started using disrespect to gaslight me. So it was like, okay, yeah, this boy said, the respect because, yeah, and he doesn't respect because he
Yeah.
lived with his mom, blah, 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 type thing. So now people were not focusing on what he had done, but rather,
How you were
Donald has
reacting
been
to
disrespectful.
his-
And I'm like, nah, this is ridiculous. Like we are, we are all fighting about the wrong issue here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
social like
Yeah.
capital is, we value social capital, not we, but like it is natural to value social capital more than like your own life, because being ostracized from your clan is equal to death. If you think about it, like when we were in hunter-gatherer communities, if everybody in your clan thought that you were a shame and they kicked you out of the clan, where were you going to go? You were a lone person out in the wilderness, you're probably going to die. So clearly, like in terms of like social systems, so that's what I was saying earlier, that like social isolation is literally the
Does a lot.
greatest like
Yeah.
punishment you can give to a human being.
That makes sense.
So yeah, like
It's
Yeah.
legit.
So shame is that's why people use shaming tactics on like online all the time. That's why people try to shame you into doing things, right? Because it's easier to shame somebody into doing something than to explain to them why it's a good idea. Shame works a lot quicker.
Yeah. So yeah.